with Griselda Lewis at the hearings where former Gauteng Health MEC Gedani Mahlangu is expected to make her highly anticipated appearance at the Life Esidimeni Arbitration hearings in Johannesburg. Now, we have seen that the security has been tightened immensely. And Griselda, I know that you couldn't hear us a little bit earlier, but we had you in the shot standing just before a metal detector. And this, I imagine, is something new. Has this been in place before the appearance of the former MEC, or is it something that's just been installed?
Well, Leanne, what I can certainly say is that the kind of security that we're seeing here this morning certainly has been heightened. While we have had these metal detectors before, certainly now, this morning, what we also saw was also the bomb squad as well, sweeping through the tent which had been erected since the very beginning for these hearings. So this is clearly an indication at this time that security has been beefed up. That was also indicated by the arbitrator himself, Dikgang Moseneke, and that this highly anticipated testimony by the former Gauteng Health MEC Gedani Mahlangu, this is certainly what the family members themselves have been waiting for, and some of the families themselves have actually started arriving already, and you can sense the anticipation. And you recall, of course, that Gedani Mahlangu does testify here this morning amongst heightened tensions amongst family members, because she was scheduled to testify in December, and then that emerged that she was studying in the United Kingdom and would only be able to appear to give her side of the story in January. And finally, these family members are saying they would be able to get a sense of why she went ahead with this deadly project, even despite getting information from senior officials within the department that there had been already some patients that had died as well. I'm not sure if we would be able to move our camera towards this direction, where you can see some of the family members just registering here this morning and waiting for the hearings to officially get underway at 10 o'clock this morning, Leanne. But a lot of questions certainly need to be answered here this morning by Gedani Mahlangu about why she went ahead with this project, and certainly despite several warnings from experts as well as some of the family members who were very much against the removal of their loved ones from Life Esidimeni to those unregistered and unlawful NGOs. I think one of the other major issues that needs to be answered here as well, Leanne, is, for example, why Gedani Mahlangu continued with the project, despite a feasibility study as well by her own department, which the conclusion of it was that it was feasible to continue the Life Esidimeni contract. So you heard throughout the course of the hearings themselves since last year was that the explanation that had been given thus far about why it had happened was that it was a cost-cutting measure on the part of the department. So finally, here this morning, we will hear from Gedani Mahlangu herself as she, for the very first time, comes face to face with the families of the victims about why this project was allowed to go ahead.
All right, Griselda, we're going to hopefully be crossing to you once again in the next hour. We just want to sort out the camera angles, but I think getting a sense of exactly what we can expect from the former MEC and the anticipation of the family members gathering there as well. So that's live in Parktown, Johannesburg, and we will carry that testimony live on